You started out in life, you've heard the lie. You've heard the lies of, if you're not first, you're last. So now you got to go and perform and try to be first in everything you do. You've been lied to and told that you're the most beautiful person in the world. So now you look down upon everybody else and you want to make sure that you're better looking than everybody else. You've been lied on for that you were stupid, you'll never amount to anything. You take the myriad of things that you've heard about yourself that have been spoken to your life from Satan, it now resides in this person. This is you. Now you have the choice to build your life on those lies, and you're on that treadmill, and I hate a treadmill. I hate a treadmill because you're running and you get nowhere. You know, it's just, and then you make it faster. Why? I don't know, because you're not going anywhere. But guess what? That's how we do with our Christian life. We're going and we're going and we're going nowhere. We're going, we even push the button faster, and we're getting nowhere. And then finally it's like, I'm about to die. Stop. Get off. I'm not coming back tomorrow because get on the scale still the same. Quit. But oh, thank God that the life is different. If you can go to the fourth slide, the first one. Pay attention to this here. Next one. About Romans 6:6. So we know. Now understand, this know is almost like an accounting term. It is a reconciliation. It is to make sure that you know that this is truth. It is truth. It is truth. Know this, that our old self was put to death on the execution stake, on the cross, with him, with Jesus. So every lie that has been placed upon you, everything that has been told, whether good or bad about you, in your old self, and you're trying to perform to get it done, he says that so that the body, the entire body, a portion of the body? Entire. Say it louder. Entire. Say it like you believe it. Entire. If I told you I got $1 million for you, you can run it up here. This is better than $1 million. Way better. He says the entire body of sinful propensities. Wow. Wait a minute, God. This treadmill is getting a little tiring right now. You telling me I can get off this treadmill? That's right. You can get off the treadmill. You can get off. You don't need to perform. Might be destroyed, and we might no longer live enslaved to sin. Amen. Have been buried with Christ. This is what the Bible says. That the old man, the old sinful man created in Adam, was buried with Christ. Yes. Wait a minute, are you telling me that doesn't make sense, Will? That doesn't make sense. How is that possible? Do you understand what I'm still struggling? That's because we know. Yes. You don't know. You're living from the lie. The lie has become true, and therefore the circumstances, every time something happens, it makes you think that it is true. I don't care what happens to me, it will never, ever change my belief in who I am because God said so. Doesn't matter. When the young man busted out my windshield, I never questioned, God, did you bring me here? No. When things did not go the way, even when things started going my way, I never looked to that. I only look to Jesus. Yes. Amen. Because, it doesn't matter how good it looked. So then he goes on to Ephesians. Watch this. This is beautiful. I pray to God that you're listening and paying attention to what God is saying. But God, is so rich in mercy and loves us with so intense love. Not a little bit of love, but intense love. That even when we were dead because of our acts of disobedience, he brought us to life along with the Messiah. But don't miss this part. Ephesians chapter 6. Promise. Ephesians 6 says, that is, God raised us up with the Messiah, Yeshua, Jesus, and seated us with him in, where? Heaven. The dead man is here. The new man is where? Heaven. So now, hold on to that. Hold on to that. Next verse, please. Pay attention. So, if you were, that's a big condition, because that if is very big. Because if you were not, guess what? That man is still alive. That person is still alive, still operating, still doing what he wants to do. But if you were raised with Christ, along with the Messiah, then seek the things above. You know, it becomes like, well, how can I do that? Because of the fact that you're seated there. You see? You're able to do it because you are already there. It's mind-boggling because my little pea brain can't understand it. But by faith, I believe it. It doesn't have to make sense to me, but I believe it. I don't care about all the other stuff. The circumstances of my life would not ever change my belief about my position. So he says, focus. You know how you ever been driving a car and you get to like the speed limit at 65 and you hit 65 and you hit what? Cruise control. Set it and just ride. You can just ride and relax. Guess what? Set your mind on the things above and just ride. Amen. You know? Just ride. Just ride with Christ. Whatever storm may come, I'm on cruise because I'm focused on Jesus, not with the storm. Amen. Because the moment I take my thoughts off of the storm, off of Christ, I'm looking at the storm. That lie then becomes the truth again. And then the sad part about that is that the truth then becomes a lie. And then he says, focus your mind on the things above, not on things on earth. You see, what was impossible to do before, Jesus now makes it possible. He said, before he said, love the Lord thy God with all thy strength, with all thy mind, with all thy soul, with all thy might, and love thy neighbor as yourself. You try to do it in the natural. Oh, it's tiring. I can't do this. I just want to quit. But guess what? Jesus says, I got the answer for you. You are going to die, and I'm going to seat you in heaven. I love this. I love it. But watch what he says here in verse 4. Okay, let's go. I want to skip ahead, sorry. For you have died. Say it with me. I have died. Say it again. I have died. Whoa, I have died. Understand that truth. I have died. Somebody had given this illustration before. If a man or a woman is driving down the highway and they break every law that is possible, they run every red light, they do, you name it. They kill somebody, and then all of a sudden they hit a pole, and then they die. What are you going to charge them with? Nothing, because he's dead. Nothing, because he's dead. So everything that was put on us has been now nailed to the cross, and Christ has set us free. Amen. When the Son set free, it's free indeed. Yeah. So now we look at it. I love the last part. This is so beautiful. When the Messiah, when Jesus, who is our life. So you see, life still has its problems. We still are on earth. But as we're walking and as we're going in life, who is the one in this body not doing it? Who's the one? Jesus. Who is my life? Who is your life? So don't focus on this stuff. Focus on the things above where Christ put us. So as we are living, and the world starts to shake and starts to tremble, my anchor is secure in Jesus. Because he has raised me up and seated me. He said, when he who is our life, Jesus, appeared, then you too. Wait a minute, God, you telling me that you did it all? That's right. You've taken me and now you've hidden me until the time of coming back? This is mind-boggling. Wait a minute, you telling me that I can't do anything no more? No, you can't do nothing for God. But allow God to do it through you. Amen. Amen. You see, Paul went from trying to live for Jesus to trusting Jesus to live through him. Amen. Do you see the difference? Because when you're trying, that treadmill is going to get very tired. And you're going to want to quit. But when you're trusting him to do it through you, then he begins to bring his fruit. Then you are able to love when the unlovable, because the one who is love lives in you and is expressing it. You're able to be patient because the one who is patient is living in you and is bringing it forth through you. You're able to be kind to the unkind because the one who is kind is living through you. You see, so even through that, I love John, I think it's 15:10, when Jesus says, I am, so, I gotta watch the time because I can go all night long. I'm not kidding. Jesus says that I am the vine and you are the branches. But I love in the beginning. He says, those that bear much fruit. Can you come to me right quick? You. Yeah. He says, those who bear much fruit, this is what he does. He washes. And then he prunes them so that they can bear much more fruit. Because in this, my Father is glorified. You see, God takes full responsibility for everything about us. He even says, I am going to wash you. And I'm going to prune you. Because as you bear much fruit, now and I am pleased. Amen. Thank you. That's what God does. He says, I will take care of you. Even Jesus told the disciples, he says, look, you're clean because I washed you and made you clean. And then he says, guess what? I'm going to come down here and I'm going to wash your feet. Amen. The God Almighty of all creation is the one who does it all for us. So that we can do what? Rest in him. Hebrews says there's only one struggle that remains, and that is a struggle to enter into that rest. Yes. Rest. Amen. Wow. One of the things I tell people, as busy as I am, as busy as God has us, I'm always at rest. Yes. I'm always at rest. I don't worry about getting to sleep. I don't worry about those things because when the time comes for me to get rest, he says what? I will cause you to lie down in green pastures. He is the one. He will cause it to happen. That's the God Almighty of all creation who attends to the needs of his people. Amen. My God. That's why Jesus said, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. Not in order to get, but as David said in Psalms 27, one thing I have required and I have asked of you, that I may dwell in your temple and gaze upon your beauty all the days of my life. Jesus fulfills it. He sees us there so that we can rest. Next verse. Romans 8:7-9. For the mind controlled by the old nature that is hostile to God, the old nature, he's not there no more. He's in there. because it does not submit itself to God's Torah. Indeed, it cannot. Cannot. Thus, those who identify, where are you setting your thoughts? Here? Or here? If you're thinking on your own self, you're going to go to the grave. Try to get that dead man to come alive and do dead things, which can only bring about dead works. You see? Where are you setting your thoughts at? He says, who identify with their own nature. What are you identifying with? Cannot please God. But you, listen to what he says, I love God for his buttons. He always put them in the right place. But God, but you do not, say it with me, I do not identify. I do not identify with my own nature. I do not identify with my own nature, but with the Spirit. Who are you identifying with? Because that who you identify with, that is who you're going to live like. You know, I did a writing and I talked about it. Paul, he talks about it in Galatians. He says, I have been crucified with Christ, yet I live no longer I. He said, I have been crucified to the world and the world has been crucified to me. And then I said, so now what is your excuse? What is your excuse? He said, we do not identify with the old nature, but with the Spirit. Provided the Spirit of God is living inside of you. For anyone who doesn't have the Spirit of the Messiah doesn't belong to him. You don't belong if you don't have the Spirit of God. But if you do, in order to get the Spirit of God, you first have to die. And then you're raised, and he comes and lives and dwells in us.